Hey everyone, this is Ian with Quest Overland. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown on the water system we recently put in our van. You can see here, this big box encloses our water system. It's 22 gallons. On the front here, got a few gauges, buttons, dials, and that sort of thing. This here, going from left to right, this is the switch just for the pump. We did put an AC outlet and put in a protector here so it doesn't get wet. We have here the gauge of the water. Push this button and you get a almost instant read of what the tank is at. So right now it's almost half full. And then down here we got the quick disconnect, and this is our mixing valve to actually turn the water on hot and cold. There is a 1300 watt electric hot water heater in there. I'm going to go on into the inside and show you what's at the other end of the box. So if you look here, just on this back side, you gotta excuse the fridge is in the way, but if you look right down in here, there it is. There's that button there. When you turn that on, it lights up red, and that turns the hot water heater on. So we wanted to put that switch there so that if we're driving down the road or about to park somewhere, we can easily turn the hot water heater on or off, because our battery bank is not powerful enough to handle a 1300 watt draw without running the vehicle, so that the alternator is also cranking out the extra power that it needs. So here's our inverter. And really, this project, putting in this hot water heater and the hot water tank, we added it after our van was pretty much already built out. So had to take the mule bags off. Of course, our window covers that we make, all those lower panels. Had the van all pretty much taken apart, both the seats out, and I really think of it as sort of three projects that I had to do. I had to run a new DC circuit to the back so that we could turn the hot water to control the water pump, and I had to run an AC circuit back here, which really meant I had to run I had to run an entire new, basically, AC system, because before that our inverter was not hardwired. But now it is. Let's go back here, I'll just show you. So our inverter puts out 1500 watts. So it's just enough to power our 1300 watt hot water heater. And that's currently the hard wire is coming out of there. It goes above the inverter, dives under the B-pillar panel, and actually there's one spot there I still got to cover up, comes up out of the B-pillar there, and then dives into the wall, actually runs up through the wall here, had to fish it through, then it comes up near our solar charger, which is mounted there, and then runs all the way back to the back of the van, all along there, and then drops down. And I put in, hop out this way, I put in three AC outlets. I wanted one back here so that when we're camping we could easily just plug in our kettle here, or if we ever get a hot plate someday, we could just plug that in and we have our table out. We could have our table out here and make, hot water for coffee or whatever. I wanted another one inside the van, which you can see is on the other side of the box that I showed you there, and that way if we're hanging out in the space for a while, I can easily plug in my computer or charge up anything we need to do there. And then the third outlet, you can't actually see, it's inside the box, and that's what the hot water heater's connected to, and that is strapped in with just some zip ties so that it won't fall out bumping down dirt roads and that sort of thing. And that red switch I showed you, I'll show you again. The way that red switch works is it is actually just controls a relay switch that I wired into the AC outlet. So Right now, the hot water heater is plugged in, but there's no power to the outlet it's plugged into, and when this is on, it gives power to that outlet. Someone's looking to do something similar, so I ran one new circuit back here for the water pump. Is the main draw. She turns it on and off. It's not making any noise because the system's pressurized and there's no leaks, which is good. And then I tapped into that circuit and ran this little gauge here. Focus. I ran that off of that circuit as well. It's a very little draw, and just wanted to have that work. And yeah, there you have it. There is our 22-gallon hot and cold water system. So now, when we want hot water, this is the quick disconnect that I have here. Not sure where we're going to store it yet, but you know, basically, get that in focus. This is a great connector that does not leak at all. Still figuring out the best way to get it on, but there we go. Turn that on. Turn on some water. I'm going to do cold, where you can hear it, and we got nice stream. Gosh, I guess it's hot. We can do a little mist. That'll be nice. And then got the soaker, the jet. That's what I like. Use this to squirt the kids or whatever. So there you have it. A brand new 22-gallon freshwater tank put into a Sprinter van that had already been converted. Hope you enjoy. See you out on the adventure trail.